Okay, so this happened to me last week. You guys might not have known this, but I work as a counter girl, which means I only get paid $5.50 an hour, which means that I rely on tips, that people are sometimes generous and sometimes aren't generous in giving. So this is the story of the time when this one particular person was not very generous and was actually very rude about it in giving me a tip. So it was just like, I guess a normal Tuesday. I think this was a Tuesday. And I was like, a woman with pink hair comes in and I'm like, hello, what would you like? Would this be a diner to go? To go. And then I bring it all, what she wants, 2 slices with a drink. And I give her a receipt and I go to get her slices. As I'm going to get her slices, I notice that she's taking a little too long on her receipt. Usually what that means is people are either writing me a tip or thinking of how much they should tip. So I'm like kind of get excited, oh, I'm going to get a tip, because sometimes I don't get good tips at all, like, not at all. I have to make at least $22 that day, every day, to make up the minimum wage in tips. But yeah, I'm like so excited, and I heat up go to put it in the oven to heat up, and then I come back, take the receipt, and what I see just like in big, I'm not even kidding you, if I had the receipt I will show it to you, in big capitalized letters, it said no tip. I'm like, what? I already said that's not how I reacted. I couldn't even process it at first. I'm like, I just took it quickly, saw it, and I'm like, and I look at her and she smiles and I smile back and I'm like, what? It's such pretty handwriting, not like my crocodile handwriting. Such pretty handwriting, capitalized, no, like huge letters, no tip. I'm like, it kind of made me feel like she just didn't like me. It made me sort of not like her back, like dislike her. Like, do you have something against me? Do you have it out for me? Like, you could just leave it blank. You could just marked it as no or zeroed it, but no, she wrote it out, big, beautiful letters. Nice handwriting. No tip. I'm like, what? You don't know what I go through. Like, sometimes I have so much people. I'm serving 20 people at a time. There's only one of me. Almost no one tips. It's insane. Sometimes I get good tips. Like, I actually earn back my minimum wage. Sometimes I only get half. Sometimes I don't even get anything. Like $4 tips. Sometimes like today. Like, every time when I see a counter girl, I tip $1 when I'm not even ordering anything. I just like, oh, pull out my wallet, give her $1 and walk out. Because I understand if you're not getting paid minimum wage, and if you are, and I understand working at a counter, serving so many people, Subway, sometimes they get really loaded with tips. But I understand it. It's just, that woman, I couldn't believe it. There are some people who, it's very rare, like, doesn't happen much often, but there's some people who would, like this one guy, he ordered a pizza and some wings, and it was like a $28 meal, $28, and he tips, no tips, and circles the amount. I'm like, what is this supposed to mean? Are you saying it's too much? If you think this is too much for this, then go somewhere else. We don't need your service if you can't even afford to tip. Like, yes, you can. We live in a community that is pretty damn well. That's pretty good. Like, you can afford to tip. People can afford to tip. I once got a $5 tip for only $9 order, and it was a couple, middle-aged, probably even teenagers or maybe in their early 20s, and I was so happy. At first I didn't even process it at first. I'm like, thank you. If I don't know if you ever see this video, but you guys, bless your kind souls. They were really sweet, and then they're really quiet too. And that's my story, no tip story. I think I'm doing a short film, but I don't know if it will even work out because I'm quitting my job. But, and so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. I have so much more that I just, if you guys want to hear them, then yeah, and please support me, like really please support me by liking and subscribing, because it just means so much to me, and make me do better videos, make me produce more videos, and make me just do them. Your support really means a lot to me. Thank you, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you want to hear more stories.